the one and only sexy mama, LaDonna Rae.
LaDonna Rae Show. Hey, it's your girl LaDonna Rae on the LaDonna Rae Show. You know how we do it. Each and every week, we have someone special come to our platform. And as you know, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel just by looking for LaDonna Rae Show. Rae is spelled R-A-E-H. Don't get it twisted, right? So others have tried, but you know, they've lied. All right, but make sure when you hit that subscribe button that you hit the notification bell and make some comments. Be nice, be kind, be yourself. Now, if you're ratchet, that's just you. But here's the thing. I want you to help me in welcoming our guest for this week. It is so amazing to have individuals on our show that have really paved the way for those figures that are on our shows, like Black figures and women figures and people that make a difference, okay? I know you may know her from the Jamie Foxx Show, but I know her as my new friend. Watch this. Y'all give it up for Ellia English. Here we go. They're just so late on what they're supposed to.
I love it. Hi, Chicago.
Why are they so late? Why? I can't believe I'm sitting next to you. Even though it's virtually, I feel like we are in the same room because you have been in my living room for many years. And I just want to thank you for everything that you've done and brought to the television screen. And of course, you've been in movies and plays. And I am just excited to have you here with us today.
I appreciate you. I thank you so much for your kind words. And I am honored and I feel blessed. Thank you.
No worries. So, you know, you've been running around the streaming platforms lately. I'm just like, usually we say curb your enthusiasm, but we haven't really used that term in a long time. But what is Curb Your Enthusiasm all about? This is what can be seen on HBO Max. With the dear Larry David's comedy is just off the chain. So
Isn't it?
Tell us about Curb Your Enthusiasm. I want to see what people really think is going on.
What people really think is going on. Well, first, just in case the people don't know this, the Curb Your Enthusiasm show is definitely unscripted. When we get the story of the day of what it is that we're going to do, they just tell us what they want the scene to be about. But the dialogue comes originally from each and every one of us individually as the actors. And so I think I joined the cast in the year 2006, and I was joined with the Black family. So I played Auntie Rae Black, and my daughter was Loretta Black, who was played by Vivica Fox. And she was my niece, not my daughter, my niece. And my nephew, Leon Black, was played by J.B. Smoove. And then I had a grandnephew who was Daryl, played by Nick Nervies, and a grandniece played by Carla Jeffries. And so we were the Blacks that were moving in with Larry David and his wife, Cheryl. And when we got there, of course, J.B. Smoove's character, Leon, he didn't come in with us. We were a displaced family due to a hurricane. Remember, it was sort of around the time of Hurricane Katrina. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
So we were brought in to be housed by them, and so.
Well, I got to interrupt you. With J.B. Smoove being part of your family, you were not only displaced, you were dysfunctional.
There you go.
That man right there. Okay, please continue.
You got it. That's where you got it. Because his character didn't come in from the hurricane city or state that we came in from. He was already living in California. Mm-hmm. And when he heard that his family had moving on up, as it were, with the Davids, he moved in too. And he's the one that never left.
I can only imagine. And Vivica Fox, we don't really look at her as being in a comical world, but her character is obviously the added plus and bonus to the comedy scene in this particular project. But I have one question. When you have to do it improv style, they tell you what it's about. Do you ever draw a blank? Because I know how we speak. Like if someone's talking to me face to face and we're just talking about a subject, my wheels are already turning. But when I'm doing it for the camera, like you're doing it for the camera, Have you ever had those moments where you're like, I don't know where to go from here? Or do you just roll with it? I want to know what it's like to be on the set with you.
Well, for me, it's wonderful to roll with it. Where the challenge comes for me is working with like the Larry Davids and the JB Smooths when they come up with something that's so hilariously funny that I have to hold my breath so that I don't laugh, so that I don't ruin the scene. And then I've got to come back with what I'm coming back with, making sure I'm not laughing. And sometimes we have all had our moment where we just broke. We couldn't finish the scene because each one of us was trying to top the other. And
Right.
JB Smooth and Larry David, they are brilliant. They are so brilliant. It's wonderful to banter with them. I mean, it's like that saying called iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
And so we find ourselves actually sharpening each other and feeding off of each other. And Vivica was definitely there, baby,
Yeah.
holding her own. It was absolutely wonderful. It was like being in this big playground
Yeah.
and having fun on every toy that was there, the jungle gym, the merry-go-round, everything, the swings. It's brilliant. It's a wonderful
Yeah.
experience.
Vivica's a cool cat. I worked with her once with Bowlegged Lou in New York, and she was just so amazing. She was just so chill. She was there to support him with his birthday party, and he had launched his nonprofit for blindness. It was
Awesome.
definitely something that she was there for, and you could tell that she was truly a friend. But I had fun working with her. I know that with you working on these different platforms and being Aunt Helen, really, I feel like you still my Aunt Helen. There's so many women and young women out there that feel the pressure of what is expected of them when it comes to these roles that are out there. Some people feel like they have to take this role in order to get to your status, or they have to take one for the team, so to speak. And of course, with all these allegations, I'm not going to go deep into that water,
Mhm.
but with all of these allegations, what do you say to the women and the young girls that want to get into this industry and really bring it home?
That is an awesome question. And first, let me say thank you for asking it. And I want to start answering it this way. When I decided that I wanted to be in this industry, it wasn't because, I mean, as a kid, all of us, we have this vivid imaginations and we're able to create all these things. And we did what we call play acting. And I was always directing it and having my younger siblings, play these roles for me. And my character, if ever I played anything, I was the preacher because I grew up in the church. Now, when I was smaller, my dad wasn't a preacher. By the time I was 16, my dad became a ministry, he became a pastor of a church. But we still grew up with morals. We grew up having, they were very strict disciplinarians. And so there were certain things that I just didn't do that we weren't allowed to do. Now, I did have siblings who would test the line and they would push it and they would want to do something else. But I'm keeping it with me. So when this opportunity came up for me to perform, it actually happened in college. And I did a musical. I'll never forget. Her name was Joan Lewis, and it was at Clark College. And it was a musical called Front Row and Center, Broadway's Best. Now, it's a long story, so I won't go into how I got there. I'll go into when I was there. That's when I discovered this is something I might want to pursue because it really did. It was that smell of the grease paint, roar of the crowd kind of experience. So Joan Lewis was the one who let me know that in Atlanta there was a theater called the Manhattan Yellow Pages that was auditioning people for a new all black musical review that they were going to do. And she said she thought that I should go and audition for it. Well, because I adored her. I thought she was the best thing since sliced cake. And she was so supportive of me. I went and I auditioned. I didn't think anything would come of it, but it did. It was a few weeks later, and the director called me. And when he called me on the phone, he said, "I loved what you did at the audition. I sang No Bad News from The Wiz." So when it's like anyway, I'm trying to not be too long in this story, guys. So I sang No Bad News from The Wiz, but he said to me he adored what I did, and he wanted me to actually do the first production that he had called, what was it called? The Manhattan Yellow Pages was the name of the club, but the theater was called, the show was called Crazy Horse Saloon Review 2. Now, I'm only about 18 years old when this is happening, because I think I'd have celebrated my 18th birthday by then. So now I'm there and I'm starting in this production called Crazy Horse Saloon Review 2. So then after that, he said, now I'm about to do the production that you auditioned for. And I did that production as well. So after that production, I got a call from them and they said, they're doing this open call for Ain't Misbehaving, and you should come out to New York and you would be great in that show. After a lot of prayer and a lot of trepidation, and a lot of people were saying, I wouldn't go, you shouldn't go, you'll never book that, and those types of things. So I said all of that to get here.
Haters,
Yeah,
haters.
there you go. I said that to get all these babies to this point. If it's something in your heart that you feel that you really want to do, I tell you to pursue your dreams. I have a saying where it started out when I was in the role of Aunt Helen, and I said, Aunt Helen's rule is stay in school. And I think a lot of people misinterpret that, thinking that I'm saying always keep being in a school, in an institution. No, once you graduate, if you want to go to college, yes, you go to college. You get the level of education you want, but don't ever stop just because you left school. Now the school of life is here for you. And we still have to stay in school and always be learning. And so that when you do that, it helps you keep your focus. It helps you keep a level head about what it is you're doing. And it helps you keep yourself grounded. So remember your upbringing. And if that's what, stick with that. Stick with your integrity. Yes, there are going to be challenges. Yes, there are going to be disappointments. All of that is going to come. But if you believe in you, like they sing, I'll do that from the Wiz. If you believe within your heart, you'll know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe what you feel and know you're right, because the time will come around when you'll say it's yours. Believe in yourself. How's that?
Oh, I love it.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Oh, where were you
Thank
when
you,
I was
beautiful.
trying to get into this industry?
Oh, my beautiful. But you take this now. You take this now and
Yes,
run with it.
absolutely. No, I'm too old now. All
No,
right,
you're,
so
not letting you go, not letting you go.
oh,
You're
oh,
not too old. You're never
mm.
too old. If
Well,
you, that person, it applies to you. Listen at you. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be you interviewing me, but here it goes.
yes.
Listen at how awesome you are on
Oh,
this radio show. Come on. It's never too late.
thank
Okay,
you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're
Wow.
welcome.
Look, I'm not, you're not gonna have me doing
I
this
know,
today.
right?
Okay, cut it out. Okay. Thank you. Um, but I'm glad that you gave that advice to our young women and our young ladies and the young girls that are looking at this industry, because of course now whenever we hear something that's so overwhelming, it kind of changes the direction. For instance, if you think about the way that the Supreme Court ruling put out the whole let's pull away from that affirmative action. Well, I don't want our young people to feel like they can't apply for college. You know,
Right.
you just have to go another way.
Another
So
way.
the same thing goes for the industry. Just because there are some situations that happened or may have happened allegedly, that
Correct.
doesn't mean that you should shy away from your dream. You just have to be aware. And
Correct.
that's why I wanted to ask you that question, because you have actually been in this industry without scandal. And there's not very many people that can say that. And I'm not, I want to say I'm very proud of it because I feel like we should just be removed from scandal. But some
I think
people
so
just
too.
go for the person that they're targeting. And unfortunately, that becomes part of your reputation. But you, Aunt Helen, you have been amazing and in that light, just the same as our our beautiful women who have left before us.
Mm,
And I
mm.
just, I'm so proud of that. I'm proud to have you on our platform, and I'm
Thank
proud to
you.
have you on the show. So
Thank
thank you
you.
very much for that.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you for sharing that.
and y'all pay attention to what she said, okay?
See, because
You.
you trying to make me cry, and I'm not going to cry because I do have to now add this
Mhm.
just because of what you just said. I know when I was growing up, I didn't see a lot of us on television. And I know the hard work that the Hattie McDaniels and the Dorothy Dandridges and Lena Hornes, all the hard work and the price and of course Cecily Tyson that they had to pay to pave the way for us. I don't take this lightly. I don't take it for granted. And I definitely want to represent them well. Besides the fact that I don't go anywhere without acknowledging and being grateful for my creator who gave me these gifts, and I want to use them for his glory. I'm not, if that's where he wants to take me to make me this huge star, it's for him to shine. I want
Yes.
him to shine through me because he's love, and that's what it's all about. And we got to love ourselves. And here I am. I go, here she goes, the Bible preacher. No, I'll tell you
Uh-uh.
that it was that the two greatest commandments were, one was love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength, every part of you, right? But he
Mm-hmm.
said the second one was like unto it. So it's just as important. Love your neighbor as yourself. And when you love you, that's how you're going to learn how to love your neighbor. And when you learn to treat you well, you will be treating your neighbor well. Then that's how that the golden rule comes in. Treat others as you wish to be treated. And that's about love. And so
But what if
that
your
is really
neighbor,
important.
what if your, I'm sorry, what if your neighbor has a Ring doorbell and they're
And you
trying to
just
start
heard it
some mess? You know what I'm saying? They're
and
trying to
just
start some
right in
mess.
the
Cause
middle
see,
of the interview.
yeah,
It's
no, no, not yours. I'm saying you said love thy neighbor. I'm serious. My mother called me yesterday and said that her neighbor was trying to start something because they saw something on their Ring doorbell. Now, is she supposed to still love her neighbor?
here, yes, because here's the thing. Writes this. Right, yes, she's supposed to love herself,
Oh, okay.
and that's what's going to help her love her neighbor. You got to
Oh,
get it now. You can't, if you don't know how to love you can't love your neighbor. Now, I don't know what the neighbor saw on their Ring doorbell,
being
but your
nosy.
mama know herself, and she knows her truth. And so she can still love and smile. Now, love don't mean I got to go out and have tea with you, but it means I'm
Ooh,
going to treat you the way I wish to be treated.
that's right.
That's what I meant. It takes you into the golden rule. What you think, my beautiful Adana?
I love that. I love her. Make sure she gets that message because I told her, I said, Ma, that's too much for me.
I
Um,
love it.
uh,
You are the best.
oh, thank you so much. So I want to wrap with your. We don't want to get off without you talking about My Sisters and Me. You being the me. Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
streaming on YouTube. You got this YouTube channel going, and you're playing the youngest sister on My
Yes.
Sisters and Me. Tell us about that character
Oh,
and
I
how
am.
it resonates with you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited about that. My Sisters and Me, in a nutshell, is a half-hour comedy about three generations of ageless and vivacious sisters, Black sisters at that, who must live under the same roof without killing each other. And the shenanigans that we take each other through is absolutely amazing. And it's done in webisodes right now. We're doing like 2 to 3 minute webisodes every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And so you can catch it on YouTube. And if you need the link for it, if you can either type in my name, Ellia English, in My Sisters and Me, or you can go on my Facebook page, you can go on my Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, or my Instagram, and you can get that link. And with that being said, I appreciate you. I've got another one I've got to get to, and you
Yes.
guys are all awesome. Be blessed, okay?
Oh, you too. And God bless you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellia English. Come back and see us again on the LaDonna Rae Show, Ellie.
I
Miss
will
Ellia.
do, beautiful. Thank
All right.
you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye for now. So we had Miss Ellia English. She is an actress, a motivational speaker. I'm putting that out there. And she is my Aunt Helen and now my friend. I really want to say that it was such a pleasure having her on the show. And don't you forget it. I mean, this is so important that we have individuals on here that can really spread the word of positivity, what to do in case of, hey, Hey, don't give up on your dreams, right? I know you always hear the terms, oh, just keep trying. Oh, just. But this person really spoke from experience, okay? Shout out to Ellia English, and she's been on the LaDonna Rae Show, and I am so happy to have had her. Don't forget to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO Max, and you can watch My Sisters and Me, a webisode on YouTube, and you can find the information just by Googling her name. She said it's under Ellia English. That's Ellia. And make sure you do so. English. All right, that's it for your girl, LaDonna Rae. Yeah, you've been watching LaDonna Rae Show, and I'm about to get on out of here. Make sure you subscribe. Subscriptions are important. I mean, es muy importante. Where's my screen? I want to tell you to subscribe, but you heard me. Just make sure you subscribe, okay? Love you much, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.